guys, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mariam and welcome to Healthy Habits. Today's episode is going to be about how you shouldn't be too hard on yourself, and this episode, honestly, it's also for myself because I'm going to share here a little bit of my journey. Why I decided that, why on my skin I saw that it's not good to be too hard on yourself now. Because I think I've talked about this on another episode. It's just that people show always the good sides. People always show how disciplined they are. They always show that they've done this, all of those things during one day. But they don't show the consequences. They don't show how draining it can be. They don't show how overwhelming it can be. That's why if you are someone that always wants to be more disciplined, more hardworking, more this on yourself, you're literally in competition with yourself. You're in the right place because that's what you're going to talk about. Or like if you're a perfectionist, type A personality, you're welcome. You'll enjoy this video. Maybe not, because we're going to talk about how it's crucial to put breaks sometime and just think, what am I doing? Is it why I am overwhelmed, or is this why I am stressed? Now, it's important to be hard on yourself because it builds discipline, it builds good habits, healthy habits, right? But when you overdo it, like anything in life, it has its own consequences. I've done a video about the discipline, consequences of being too much disciplined person. I don't think it's up yet, but this one is more specifically, can I talk today? It's more specifically like not being too hard on yourself. Yes, it's related to each other. But still, we're going to talk about that topic. I always thought, because of social media, and I know that I'm not the only one, that being the most disciplined person is the goal, the ultimate goal for us who wants to get better, who wants to be a better version of ourselves. Now, don't get me wrong. It's important to work on yourself. It's important to build discipline every single day, but it's important to know our limits. Because once you taste the flavor of discipline, once you are literally every day in competition with yourself, it has its own consequences. You're isolating yourself from people that you love. You're isolating yourself from people in general. You are getting more overwhelmed. You are getting more stressed because you needed to do the things that you promised yourself that you're going to do, but you promised yourself too many things. So now at the end of the day, you're like stressed because you didn't get the chance to do those things. You know what I mean? If you're, perfectionist and you're trying to get more and more discipline, you will understand me. But we need to take time to think, to breathe. Everything is okay. It's not the end of the world. It's if one of the tasks you didn't do. It's ironic because usually people make videos how to be disciplined, right? And now I'm telling you yes, it's good to be disciplined, but know your limits. And I'm telling you what to do so you don't get there. For me, it's funny. I felt it on my skin. That's why I wanted to make it for you when I wanted to do 2 workouts, even after 75 hard every single day. If I wanted to keep when I wanted to give myself so many promises that I wanted to do, or I was constantly in competition with myself, fitter than yesterday, healthier than yesterday, which is important. Again, I'm not telling you it's not. But we need to know our limits. When I started filming, I was like, okay, I'm going to do right away 3 times and post every single day on social media, shorts and reels. I started doing that, and then I felt that I'm losing myself. I felt like I'm not sleeping enough. I felt like I can do all of the platforms at the same time only by myself. And that's why I, put the brake on it, and I'm like, okay, let me concentrate on YouTube first. Let me do this first. Let me do that first. And when I realized that I'm being way too hard on myself than I actually realized, it's when I went to a personal event journey. I'm going to link the videos below the vlog and the video when I'm talking about the importance of personal development. But that's where I realized that I'm being so hard on myself because, I explained there that during one of the speakers, when they were speaking, I was there, I was not distracted, and new thought popped in my head. And I realized that I'm being hard on myself. And also watching the vlog, that I constantly talk about work. I am literally not enjoying the sun. Not enjoying the sun. It was really funny for me. And you wouldn't notice this if you didn't know me. But like, since I know myself, it was very funny, but at the same time hard to watch. Because I was in LA. I would literally, I'm not telling you partying, get drunk, but I could still enjoy. But I chose to post reels, shorts, videos, which is again good, but it was too much. Like I was literally like thinking about, okay, what should I put next? Should I post next? Okay, should I get work done like every single hour? You know what I mean? It was way too much. And since that day, it was in October, since that moment, which is recent, but I see a huge difference honestly on myself, and I'm gonna keep doing it. But since that moment, I work on myself to know my limits and not to push past that limit. And I highly recommend it to you as well if you feel overwhelmed. Because yes, it's good to be disciplined. Yes, it's good to wanting to be more disciplined, but we need to know our limits. We need to take breaks. We need to take maybe few hours, a day or two, just off. So our mind can be clear, our thoughts can be clearer, more clear. You're not going to understand this conversation if you are not like that, but I assume if you clicked on it, you understand me, and we have similar personality traits. I am doing my best, and I just wanted to share with you that's one of the things that I was struggling, that I am struggling, but I'm getting better, is just to know when to stop. The things that I do, the healthy habits that I do daily, it's good. This is another idea. Maybe I can do like a daily my healthy habits, which is a little bit scaring. But I mean, it's good to have healthy habits every single day, whether nutrition, working out, thinking clearly, grateful list, all the things that we talk here. It's good. But we need to know our limits, because when you push more than you're capable of, literally, physically, and mentally, it gets draining. It gets overwhelming. You feel stressed. It's very hard, don't get me wrong, it's very hard to stop being in competition with yourself. It's really hard to stop not doing those things. But it can get better if we work on it. Now on Instagram, I've put a little bit break. Well, on stories, I'm there every single day, but like on Reels, I'm putting a little bit of, a break, and I'm focusing on YouTube. Because I realized that I can't do, even if I wanted to, I can't do physically and mentally. I can do all of those things during one day, editing, posting, thinking about topics, editing, reels, shorts. Like, it's impossible to do all of those things. And if you are not doing all of those things and, day-to-day chores, and again, even if you're not doing YouTube, even if you're not doing content, I'm sure you have daily chores. Daily family like gatherings, like what should you do when you do, like it still can be overwhelmed. I'm just giving you my example. If you don't do YouTube or make videos, you have other things, right? Finishing that project, finishing this, finishing that. Oh my god, like I need to do these chores, I need to do these chores, my kids, my family members, I need to see this person, we need to understand when we all we have is 24 hours, not 48, not 72, 24 hours per day. No, I'm not gonna lie, it's very hard even with myself. Sometimes I force myself. Sometimes my brain is like, wants to do multiple things at the same time. I swear to you, I catch myself more often when I realize that I'm like this. I catch myself doing like wanting to do something, and then my brain's like, do this at the same time. And then another thing pops up, and like, I like this sometimes in my house. Even if it's daily chores, the most funnier thing is when I'm in the kitchen, because I want to perform in the kitchen as well. When something is boiling, I am putting this away, I am putting this away, I am doing the dishes. When I'm making my coffee while something is cooking, and then after when something is cooking, I'm doing the dishes, and then while I'm doing the dishes, I listen to my podcast because I want to optimize. And when I listen to my podcast, I am trying to think about topics that I can talk about here, and then I am trying to decide which days I can do those things, how many times. Welcome to my life. But the good news is that I am working on it. Now, maybe when it's cooking, I do only the dishes, or, slowly. And I'm not telling you that I need to be more lazy, or, the example of kitchen, the kitchen thing, it was just an example, but I'm not telling you that I want to be lazy and I don't want to do anything. No, I just need to know when to do, what to do, to manage better my time, because yes, I want to do everything at the same time, but it's not possible. Humanly, it's not possible. So if you're being hard on yourself as well, just try to think ways how you can not be that hard on yourself. Being hard on yourself, it's good because you're going to get better, yes, but you need to know your limit. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't want this episode to be like, she wants us to get lazy, or she doesn't want to be disciplined anymore, or us, whatever. No, this video is, yes, those things are good. Yes, being hard on yourself is good, but just know your limit. And I'm telling this to myself as well. Just being more mindful what I want to do in one day, because I only have 24 hours and that's including my sleep. I need my sleep. When at that time when I was telling you, I need to post real shorts, I was literally, when I started at first my YouTube, I was literally sleeping like 5 hours. It's like for multiple days in a row. I'm not gonna tell you exactly how many because it's scaring, but and then I was like, okay, that's not healthy. I need my sleep. I need my minimum 7 to 8 hours of sleep, because that's when I recharge and have the energy for the following day. Anyway, guys, this episode was a short one, but I hope right to the point per usual, especially if you're someone, you have similar personality traits as me. It's good to wanting to get better. It's important to want to get better. It's important to build discipline. It's important to listen to podcasts, personal development. But at the same time, we need to remember that we are humans and we have our limitations. So everything needs to be in balance. Even if you do greater things, if you overdo great things, it can have its own consequences. That's what I wanted to share with this episode. So I hope it was helpful. I hope that you will come back to this channel. Before you go, don't forget to like and subscribe, and also ring the bell so you don't miss any healthy habits. Thank you guys. And per usual, before I go, don't forget, don't give up for just one more day. Thank you guys, and I'll see you soon.